I enjoy listening to Byron Katie. Her stuff is just so good. When you think and talk about the work, when you ask those wonderful probing questions, is it true? Who'd I be without the thought that this is true? And you do the turnarounds, it is amazing. Good stuff. It's hard at first because you realize that you're telling yourself these things that aren't necessarily true. But when you get into it and you see the profit that it brings you, it's amazing. So the last week or so, maybe 2 weeks, my knee was swollen. And I would go to the gym and I would still work out, but I'm like, my knee has a beak, it's swollen, oh my gosh. And I was thinking and I said, you know, who would you be without the thought that your knee is other than what it should be? I wouldn't be worried about it. I'd be fine. I'd be happy. I would do what I can, and whatever I can't would be fine. And I remember Byron Katie talking about visiting this woman in the hospital, and one leg was maybe twice as big as it should be. And Byron Katie asking her what's wrong, and she said, well, pretty much, are you blind? Are you non-sighted? Do you not see? And Byron Katie somehow says, with love and joy and compassion, the only problem here is your idea that one leg is different, is off, is other than what it should be. Oh my gosh, life is this beautiful mind game. I was talking to some students this week and I got so excited with them. We talked about consciousness, we talked about levels of consciousness, we talked about thoughts and all of that, and it was beautiful. I get excited about this because this is my deal. And I was listening to Christy Marie Sheldon, and she was talking about intuition. And I loved it because she was talking about getting in tune with your intuition and trusting it and asking those questions. When you're getting into certain relationships with people, saying, is this person right for me? Will this relationship be a good thing in my life? And she was recounting having a client, and the client met this guy, and the client was like, oh my God, this is it. I love this guy. I'm crazy about this guy. This is it for me, right? And she said the whole time she was thinking, no, this guy is just wrong. He's a scammer. He's just totally wrong for her. But what was happening is what the client was attracting from her lower vibration, attracting from her lower energies. And I've had that happen where there's this guy that I just really, really liked, and nobody in my circle liked him. And I was like, why? This guy is great. And they're just like, no, dude, just don't, And I thought about that when she recounted it, and she said that it's possible that we do that. We're comfortable sometimes with the lower vibration. So we seek out situations, people, and we think that they're great because they're a match, and they are a match to the lower vibration. They're not what's right for you, right? They're not the best for you. And it's beautiful when you really get it, when you really understand. It's beautiful when you look at what Byron Katie says, that, who would you be without the thought that this is wrong? As I was listening to Christy Marie Shuttle, she talked about intuition. And she talked about how at times we make the wrong choices with our career, with our education. We get stuck in our parents' patterns. That's what she said. She said we get stuck in our parents' patterns, and we do the things that they would have done or choose the things that they would have chosen. But we don't choose what's right for us. So we gamble. And sometimes we gamble and we lose. And I thought about that. And I thought about the thriving career that I expected by this time. And I thought about how I gambled. And I chose based on something that wasn't right for me. And I said I gambled and I lost. But then when I thought about that, I said, did I really though? Because I really love what I do. I love who I work with. I love the population that I serve. I couldn't be more thrilled with that. And that makes a difference. So I thought about Byron Katie again and said to myself, there's nothing wrong with this. What if it's the way you think about it? That's the problem. So I'm good. The idea that things should be different could be the problem, not what you're experiencing. As you think about well being, as you talk about well being, as you practice well being, your life, your entire essence begins to levitate, right? You begin to get lighter. You become more happy. Your vibration rises, and you begin to attract everything you could ever want and dream. Abraham Hicks has this great calendar that I use every single year. It doesn't it's perfect for me. And on one of the pages, and I think I've said it before, but it's worth saying again. She said everything you want, the perfect career, your perfect body, your perfect partner, your perfect state of health, your financial wellness is all pressed up against this door waiting for you, and you're on the other side of this door, and all you need to do is open it. And when I read it, I just wanted to jump up and clap and celebrate, because I believe it. I believe that we're one thought away from everything good, like Sid Banks has said. And I believe that everything that my heart could ever desire is right there behind this door, pressed up against the door, just waiting for me to open it. Namaste.